Because it's the most wonderful time of the week. What time is it, Calvin?
It's Pex Pals time.
We are back. Pex,
welcome back.
Fucking pals. These middle
welcome back to
Pex
you,
Pals.
Calvin.
They're
welcome back to fucking Pex Pals. And we're a little early this week because there's just so much news happening with Apex right now.
Yeah.
Pex Pals is the Apex Legends podcast for the mediocre player like you. I am CowVan.
I am JoelCupcake, your hopefully favorite mediocre gamer.
I like that. I
had to spice it up a little bit.
You're my favorite mediocre player.
I can't eat spice right now, so I had to add a little bit to everybody else.
I like that. I like that little spice guy. Yeah,
Salt Bay,
like
dude.
That. Yeah, Salt Bay, dude.
Listen, I know we're both getting closer to the boomer age, Calvin. His official meme name is Salt Bay. Okay?
Whatever, dude. I don't know. No one knows the names of memes, dude.
No, dude. The youngins, they know.
Whatever, dude. It's not a big deal. But anyway,
I know.
Season 9 is around the corner.
It is upon us.
May 4th, and we just got hit with so much stuff.
Let's start it off. No tips this weekend. We've given you guys too many good free tips and tricks.
True.
So you get nothing from us today.
You got to pay for the next one.
But we appreciate you listening. But you get nothing from us this week. First and foremost, our last episode talked a lot about the arena and the reveal trailer for Legacies. The reveal for the arena video, it happened. I actually think it came early. That poor streamer, I don't know if he did it on purpose or on accident. Somebody was playtesting arena and he streamed it. It was only like for 3 minutes. I don't know if he didn't realize he was live or if he didn't realize he wouldn't get in trouble. He has been banned from Apex and Twitch for doing it. Poor guy. Anyways, like 2 days later, they released the footage. I actually think they did release this information early because it was such a big deal that he got banned from both platforms.
I didn't even see this.
I will find the link and we can recap on it next episode. But
yeah, please.
It was like something with a D. He was like a smaller guy, but he streams mostly Apex. And from what I saw, it really did look like it was like an accident. Like it was just in one of his VODs and somebody found it and then linked the information, but quoted his Twitch with it. Wow. And so he got fucking busted, dude.
Dang, dude. That's
poor guy. So the arena details.
Well, you know what they say.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck.
Calvin was right. We are getting 3v3 multiple arenas. On launch, I believe it said there's 3 or 4 maps, and we're getting up to 6 eventually.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming they'll add more as like the map rotations change and whatnot. Right. Also, real quick, I know we're talking about arena. Before I forget to mention it, our prayers have been answered. The first season of Ranked is going to be World's Edge.
Yeah.
So, which is confusing to me because maybe we aren't getting a town takeover then. Maybe we're going to get some fucking regular event.
I saw that the reason why they're doing World's Edge first is to get everybody a break from Olympus. They're giving everybody a break from Olympus, and to give everybody because Olympus is in rotation. And to get everybody to get used to new Olympus before they put you in Ranked for it. So they're giving you World's Edge just so that you can play pubs, get used to Olympus, and then they'll spring it in after the split, and so you know how new Olympus plays.
Okay.
So it's not confusing. So you can't be like, oh, the new Olympus has a glitch right here and it messed up my rank. You know what I mean?
All that bullshit. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, so World's Edge is free. Thank you. Yep. Fuck yeah. Yep. Arena, like we said, it's at least 3 maps, maybe 4 at launch. I don't remember 2 more total. We have like a cool we were partially right with the rumor I spread about Mirage's party yacht crashing into Waterfall, and they made like a party city. Yeah. One of the 3v3 maps is Mirage's party yacht crashed into like a nighttime entertainment district. So that was right. Snow. I think you said Snowy Kings Canyon, which is not World's Edge, which is already snowy. Snowy Kings Canyon is one of the 3v3 areas, and there's a couple other. 2 of the areas are new. They're actually maps we've never seen before.
Cool.
One is the Phase Runner that's on Olympus. There was a trial run built in the mountains somewhere. So it says you're on top of a crater on the top of a mountain, and there's a phase runner that only partially works.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so you start with a certain amount of resources at the beginning of every match, just like Counter-Strike, CS:GO,
right?
Valorant, Rogue Company. Those are the like 4 main games that do that. I know other games have used the format.
Yeah,
but so you start with a certain amount of resources. You can buy weapons, upgrade the weapons, or you can buy your tactical and ultimates. But then you don't just outright buy them. You only get set number of charges.
Right.
Now you get more of the resources for kills. And then around the map, there's still the little resource tubes that you use for crafting resources. Those are still in the map. So if you find one, you get 75 bonus resources for everyone on the team.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not just you. They're keeping it as it really is a squad based thing. I believe if you get all 3 kills in the match, of course, you're going to get more resources than everybody else. But yeah. So there's that. I actually am a fan of this setup. I fucking love Rogue Company. It is a third-person game, not a first-person, but I still love the way the rounds match up and it plays. It's best of 4. One thing that I really liked that Apex added that I think was really thought through, so hats off to you, Respawn, and Calvin, I know you didn't watch the video, so you might not have caught this. The scoring system, you have to win by 2.
Right.
So it's not 4-3. It has to be 5-3. And then if it gets to the point where there's 9 games, the 9th game is sudden death. So whichever team wins.
Right.
So you either win by sudden death or with a 2-point lead. I do like that because it does mean you don't have to sit through 5 rounds of getting your fucking shit pushed in.
Right.
Like you technically only have to lose, you know, if you win 2 and then lose 3, it's over.
Right.
You know, well, that's so that is 5 rounds. You understand what I mean?
I get what you're saying. It's not going to drag on forever.
Yeah. So I like that. You know, everyone's really the passives are now the advantage. You know.
Yes.
So I think Octane. I think Rev. Obviously Rev, the fucking most broken passive in the game. Right. So Octane, Rev. What's her fucking name? Watson. I think always having one of those 3 legends will be a smart choice. Bloodhound is tactical. You're going to have to pay to use it. So
yeah, that's true.
So those Bloodhound mains, good luck, brothers. That's all I have to say.
No, that's true. I think a lot of, like you said, the passives are where it comes into play, like the huge passives, you know, Gibraltar's gun shield, things like that, Watson's shield regen, Octane's health regen. You know, not a lot of people have good passives, you know, if you think about it, right? Some of them have passives that are like, you know, scan the beacon, you know, but like what does that do? Yeah. It doesn't do anything.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
You know what though?
I mean, his zip will still be tight because you can
it'll still be tight.
Ram it right down
funny,
the
you having to pay for technicals and having to pay for ultimates really opens up the playing field. And I think if you're trying to play for optics, you know, crypto might seem like a better pick than Bloodhound in Arena because you can just survey a whole area behind you and you never have to worry about it anymore. You know?
Well, and also, as you mentioned, as you actually taught me, I think it was 2 episodes ago, you can do crypto's ult without controlling the drone. So you can literally leave the drone protecting your flank.
Yeah.
And then if they flank and the scan goes off, boom, you just pop your ult right away.
Oh, yeah. And then, yeah, exactly. And so it's like, you know, maybe there's some more versatility for some of these, from some of these other, you know, lesser used people, you know?
Yeah.
Some people, though, like Rampart, just as useless as before, you know? Like you can't throw up a shield anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, unless if you just want to spend the money to get the Devo with the turbo, then it'll be worth it to play Rampart because of the reload speed.
Yeah, but even then, you know what I mean?
I think
let's go through the characters from the top to the bottom. Bottom to top, stop. So top of the bottom. Okay.
Let's not turn this into a Linkin Park podcast.
We could though. We could. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna say this. No one can convince me that the greatest album of all time is Hybrid Theory. Is not Hybrid Theory.
Agreed.
No one can convince me that it is not the greatest album of all time. I am sorry. That album is more important to me than anybody else in the world. Anything else in the world.
There's two things our listeners need to realize. Hybrid Theory is the best album ever produced ever.
Ever.
And I know he looks like a clown and people love to clown on him. But if you actually listen to the rhymes he uses, Fred Durst is actually an amazing lyricist.
Like Fred, we like Fred Durst here. We stand Fred Durst.
I was Fred Durst for Halloween.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
and the picture was amazing, and he commented on it.
Right? Yeah, he did.
He blessed me with the nookie. You know what I mean?
Love it. I love it.
Okay. Anyways,
right, so
rewind.
Bloodhound. Okay. Let's talk about passives and let's not talk about actual tacticals because we already know what the tacticals are, right?
Yes.
Bloodhound passive is tracking footsteps. Is that really gonna help you since you kind of already know where they are in the small arena map? You know what I mean? And there's only one team you have to fight.
The only time it's gonna help you is dealing with a fucking pesky ass Mirage. Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say maybe.
But even then, you know what I mean? And then who's next? Who's the second one?
So Bangalore is actually probably the most useful.
Bangalore is actually going to be very useful because that shot, the speedy up shot.
I think it's called adrenaline boost. I think is what it's called.
Or whatever. It's like like a split second of invulnerability because you take that when shots come at you, usually take like a 10 or something like that, whatever. But she goes, the shot's coming in, and she goes, she zips away, and you actually don't. I'm pretty sure you actually miss some damage, and that's like by design.
Okay, interesting.
So that might help. I'll have to verify that.
Yeah.
But it always seems to me that when I play Bangalore, people shoot at me, the shots that should have hit, I kind of just like go zip, and I run away from them. You know what I mean? There's like a half a second, maybe, I don't know. Who is, so it goes Bloodhound, and then who's after Bloodhound? Gibraltar. Gibraltar's gun shield.
And taking less damage overall.
Gibraltar's always been good, so I mean he might be another good pick for Arena as well.
Yes.
And then who do we got? Wraith? Is Wraith?
No, it's wow, we should both know this way better than we do.
should know this, yeah. I don't pay attention to the to the thing.
Next to Gibby, it's someone else, and then Pathfinder, and then Wraith.
Let's see. We got.
Ooh, yeah, just pull
Who
it.
is up there? Oh, Lifeline.
Oh, duh.
Lifeline. I mean, the self res or the auto res where she can still fight, even though there's not gonna be any shield. I think it's still a good pick.
Agreed.
Because you can res your boy and continue fighting, which I think is still going to be huge.
Yeah.
It might be hard because the whole, what separates a good team from a bad team is the ability to push downed players, right? And so just because you're going to get that res off and still fight doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win the fight. And especially with the shields gun, but we'll see.
Yeah, but she is getting the boost to the drone healing faster. So dropping your drone mid-fight will actually be. Oh, that is a tactical. You're right.
It's a tactical.
My bad. All
right, Pathfinder. What is Pathfinder's passive?
It's the zipline stuff. It's all his cooldowns that they added in.
So he has nothing. He's nothing to offer.
He's literally useless.
Wow, he has nothing to offer. That's unbelievable. We talked about Bang. Yeah. Wraith was good for recon.
So I think in Arena you have to have a Wraith. If we're going just based off the passives, because I'm getting looked at. The whole team hears the audio cue. If you're a team that communicates well, you all know what part of the map you're watching. So in theory, you'll be able to figure out where you're being looked at from.
Right. Exactly. And then Mirage's passive is the invisible res, and I don't necessarily think that's going to be a game changer. It's going to be more of a meme thing, like the way it is right now, right? Because your team will be fighting, and then your teammate will crawl away. You run over there and you invisi-res them, and the enemy team doesn't know where you are. I mean, that's just like a regular game. I don't know how much it's going to add to it. It's actually really not going to add to it because there's not going to be a third party to keep the enemy team busy while you're res. You know what I mean? Like, so, Watson's, it's going to be pretty decent. As long as you stay out of battle, you can recharge your shields by themselves. You know,
no, hers just goes off regardless. It's not out of battle.
Oh, is it?
The passive is just always going, but that's why it's half a tick of octanes.
Right.
Because that would be OP. It is OP that it's always going.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see. Speaking of Octane, Octane's self heal is going to be good. Caustic's is what? Less damage?
He takes less damage and sees through the gas.
Yeah, but there's not going to be any gas because
so Caustic will be worthless.
Worthless.
He's on the worthless list. My homie, rest in power.
We talked about crypto. Actually, we didn't talk about crypto. Crypto has nothing going for him because drone is the tactical.
It's all drone. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got nothing.
Well, I mean, he can scan the bacon, but the bacon doesn't matter in this mode. So.
Well, exactly. There's no beacons. That's what I'm saying. All crypto stuff is with the drone, and he's not gonna have it. Not gonna have his drone. Unless you buy it. But then you'd have to. So, fuse double grenades might be fun.
But you're gonna have to pay for the grenades unless you find them on the ground.
Okay. So then there you go. There's nothing there. Loba has nothing to offer. Loba has nothing to offer.
What's her passive, anyways?
I don't know what her passive is.
Hold on, let me go.
Oh, she can see purples through walls.
Oh, so she can see the gear in the care pack.
Yeah, but that's nothing. Yeah. And then Revenant, his sneaky walk will be good. I mean, if you're trying to be sneaky, but you're not going to be, so it's kind of useless. Rampart, having extra rounds in a heavy or an LMG could be useful. Quick reload could be useful. I mean, it's probably going to be primarily a gunfight type game. So who knows? I mean, I feel like in like games like Valorant, right? Because that's where Apex got the idea. Was from Valorant.
Yes.
I feel like games like that, when I watch them, I see their characters use all their special moves all the damn time. So maybe they'll bring in special moves. I don't know. I feel like they kind of have to do it. And then so Rampart's useless essentially.
Basically, unless you're gonna spend the money for a fully kitted Spitfire, she's worthless.
Yeah, exactly. Or a Devo, yeah.
But even the Devo, I mean, you have to be good with that thing to make it worth your while in Arena, I think, and personally.
Yeah, Arena's going to come down to gun skill. It's going to come down to gun skill.
Which is why my mediocre ass is not excited.
Right. It's going to come down to gun skill because you're going to have to land your shots, right? In pubs, in ranked, you don't necessarily have to land your shots, you know, as long as you have position depending on how the arena maps are, as long as you have position in a pubs or a ranked 3v, BR mode, you're going to do well, right? Because it's all about placement. But in arena, it's a 3 against 3. So if you are the deficient one, if you're not landing your shots, you're ruining the team, you know? So get your gun game up, everybody. Your character is not going to be as good as without their abilities as you think, you know. And Valkyrie, I mean, big jump might be something good.
So actually, that was the last legend. So we can actually segue into something confirmed by a dev on Discord. Actually, Valkyrie technically has 3 passives instead of 1.
Okay.
So let me find the clip. So let me see it. So I'm actually, I want to make sure I quote it correctly. Okay.
Right. So before we get there, let's talk about something real quick. They also did say that it's going to be level 1 Evo Shield always. So remember how it used to be that little game mode that was there before, locked and loaded. You landed with white armor, and you landed with the Mozambique. You're not getting a Mozambique this time, but you are landing with white armor. And there is a rumor that they're eliminating shield cells. Then that might play into it, something like that. But that's a rumor. But the white armor is not a rumor.
Yeah. So the white armor, and then you land with 2 cells and 2 syringes.
Right.
So like the insta fights, they make it a little bit easier.
Right.
And then they also said they wanted to clean up the loot pool, which I do think leans into what you're saying about maybe getting rid of shield cells. I think that'd be very risky if they did that.
Hey, well, here's the thing. How often late game, if you have both, what are you most likely going to pop? Are you gonna pop a shield bat or 5 shield cells to fill up your Evo shield? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so late game shield cells kind of just take up space. I mean, they're lifesavers, granted, right? If they're lifesavers, but if there were more shield bats around, you would carry more shield bats.
Correct. And the shield bat is the one item that's, besides the med kit, that's always in the builder.
Right. So you can craft it. Yeah. You can find it on the ground. It's everywhere, and obviously and clearly, it's the superior medical thing.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm gonna go devil's advocate real quick. People are saying Apex is trying to force you to spend more money on the game. That EA is driving Respawn to do that. Doing the shield bat thing. Let's think about it. Next legend to get their heirloom, Watson. Watson's ult recharges your shield. Her passive recharges her shield, forces more people to play Watson, thus more want for the heirloom, thus all those people dropping $180 to get her heirloom.
Waka waka.
Which is supposed to come mid this season. So
right. So yeah. So and then while Joel keeps looking up.
I have it. I'm ready.
Got it now. Okay, what's up?
Okay. So for Valkyrie, technically in the sense of arena, only 2 are passives. But so she can scan the beacons as well. Not that really fucking matters in arena, but in general, so her general passive, she can scan the beacon. She has the ability to jump or hover in the air. I'm assuming that's still going to work in arena
for sure,
because it's just like it's part of her passive. The fuel for the jetpack slowly recharges once you use it.
Right.
And then when she's in the air, she automatically scans people that are in the air for all her teammates to see. Now, this was also clarified by the dev. She only scans people in the air. So if she is floating and she looks at the ground and there's a team running, that does not scan. I'm assuming because she has the Titan tech on her. Basically, it identifies other aerial enemies. So
interesting.
So every time a pesky Horizon's on the top of her jumper, boom,
right,
alerted by the Valkyrie. Every time you use an Octane jump pad, probably every time you use a Pathfinder zipline. I don't know if that. We're gonna have to see if that counts. You and I will have to play test that, but I would assume it does. But who knows? So technically, she has 3. This makes her and Revenant the strongest passive characters.
You think for arena?
Well,
or just in general.
Yeah, because I mean, if she can just do the float, if they don't turn off her flying ability in arena, anytime someone's redeploying in the air.
Oh,
because the Horizons are going to buy their fucking grav lift. You know it.
I would assume that most people are going to buy.
We didn't talk about her. Horizon for arena.
I forgot. Totally forgot about Horizon.
But we hate her. So if you play her, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
No, just kidding. I'm
not.
Her passive is, unless you buy the tactical, is almost useless in arena.
So Horizon's passive, being able to loot, scoot, and boogie after every jump. You don't have to. There's no pause or stumble or whatever.
Yeah,
would be good. Just in a basic sense, because she can move, man. She has the best movement in the game. She can slide up and down ropes and launch pads like nobody else. You know what I mean?
And dude, It's I never noticed it. I spent like a whole night playing her last week after we did our other episode or last episode.
Yeah.
And dude, like it's only a half second, but that half second where you can shoot in the air, land, and just keep shooting, like it's massive. You don't. You probably like when you read her passive in your brain, you're like, whatever. But playing as her, I was like, dude, I had like my first game on as her. I almost had a 2K badge, and I never play Horizon.
That's what I'm saying. That's why no one likes her. Yeah. That's exactly why no one likes her, because her passive is just so strong for a gun game, which ultimately makes sets the standard for good players and mediocre players is your ability to excel in gun game. And if you have a character that doesn't slow you down, Horizon, you're gonna get really good with your gun game.
Yeah, and I will say, on the note of Horizon, this is completely off subject. I have never asked for this in the history of the show. I do think she needs a hitbox adjustment. She is hands down the skinniest character in the game. Her and Octane both. Octane is just an audio issue. I can't hear him, but I can shoot him when I see him. Yeah. But Horizon will be right in front of me, and I'll just be dead on spraying and just miss because she's like sideways or something. Or she has the fucking hourglass body. You know what I mean?
I miss so many Horizon shots. She's the only. Whenever I'm in a fight and I see Horizon, I'm like, I'm gonna lose. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter what other legend I'm fighting. If I see Horizon, I think I'm gonna lose. But anyway, so Arena is gonna be fun, dude. I think Arena is gonna be fun. Nice change of pace. A lot of people like to brag about the game. They're like, oh, I'm so good. Okay, well, you Pathfinder zip-lined up a mountain and flew into the air so no one can shoot you, and then you killed the team because they're disoriented. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or like you're Octane and you hit a launch pad and you ran away. And then you healed and then you came back. Like,
or you ran up on somebody and didn't get fucking heard because the audio is still broken.
Right, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like everyone likes to boast and brag about how good they are when they're exploiting certain aspects of the game, but I don't think Arena will let you. I think Arena is going to be just fisticuffs, bro. Just get in there, get in the shit, and fight it out.
And we're getting new level designs graphically and cosmetically. I love Apex. That's one of the main things I love about the game. I'm so excited for new levels. Right. Assuming we're going to get some new badges for bragging rights, as you're talking about. I'm excited to see what those are. Hopefully, there's not a lot of ones. Hopefully, there's only one or two really unattainable, and the rest we can get. Right. I really liked when they added the clubs to the game. I really liked how you can get club badges for winning with each other, playing with each other, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, 100%. I think it's going to be good. And
I like that Ash is the caretaker of the arena. She's bringing it in. She's still supposedly going to be a character at some point in time. But I like that she's kind of like hijacking everything. I pray to the deities above and below, or the ones that don't exist, whatever your preference is, that we don't ever have to fucking hear Mad Maggie ever fucking again.
Right.
But yeah, so that's it about Arena. We talked about the Valkyrie passives. The white armor change with it being coming stock. Apex has had a lot of new people to the game in the last 2 seasons, especially this last season. I don't know why, but it has. Right. And a lot of them complained about the whole, hey, I loved that mode where I just started with a gun, even though it was a beak. I started with a beak and white armor. So they're actually adapting that change. So I'll take it. I'll take it. Along with that, there's some weapon changes confirmed. I'll get started with this one. Our beloved Mozambique is going up to 6 bullets. So it's going up to 6 bullets, which is insane. I fucking love that. Right. The Skull Piercer is going.
Hold on. Let me just pause right there, because if you've been sleeping on the beak, right? If you've been sleeping on the Mozambique, you're gonna have to try it now with 6 rounds. Think about this, right? If before they add in the land with the shield, right? The Mozambique, say you land hot. Say you land with like 4 teams on you, right? And you land and no one has shields, obviously. And you land on a Mozambique and there just so happens to be hammer points right there as well. Imagine right? You pick up a Mozambique with hammer points, you're gonna drop at least 4 people because of the Mozambique.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so now you have 600 damage, right? You can full kill, or you can fully knock someone with purple armor with the Mozambique 4 rounds of hammer points right now.
Yeah.
You don't. It doesn't need the 6 rounds. You can do 4 rounds. Mozambique drop someone with purple armor. It does so much damage. It's insane. And so now if hammer points are still in the game, and with these 6 rounds, there's no one you can stop.
Yes.
There's no one, like, you're gonna stop, or you can't. There's no one you can't stop. You can stop anybody with the Mozambique. It's gonna be insane. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
No, I agree, dude.
I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I was gonna let you finish, dude.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, I'm done. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Okay. So we have that. Okay. So the Mozam is getting 6 rounds. The P2020 is getting a buff. It is not. Nobody seems to know yet. I'm assuming it's going to be more ammo as well. We're assuming that. They've said it's happening. The Wingman is also getting a buff. Now, this is where it gets uncomfortable for us, for me and Calvin, because the Wingman is getting a buff to the headshot damage because the Skull Piercer is going away. Now, I haven't been able to properly count Calvin because I just have had a busy week. Apex only has a set number of hop-ups in the game at a time.
Right.
So my concern for players like you and I is that they're buffing the ammo quantities of the Beak and the P2020, presumably because they're going to take away hammer points. That is my concern.
Right.
That is my concern. So
right. That's a valid concern.
The Wingman, they've already said, is getting a headshot multiplier increase because the Skull Piercer is being taken away. Mm-hmm. I think that's completely fair. I get it. So I know we're going to disagree on this point. With the Beak, I noticed a large difference between using the Beak with or without hammer points. Mm-hmm. The P2020 is still a very viable weapon without hammer points. I know you think the Beak is as well, so it's kind of a 50-50 like null void issue, you know.
Right.
Either way, we have talked on the show about how to not sleep on pistols.
Right.
You know, I've been on that train ever since the disruptor rounds used to exist for the RE45.
Right.
Because that thing would fuck you up, dude.
Yeah, it would. It would. Yeah.
So back in the day. Like literally, you could just run 2 RE45s with disruptor rounds and have a good team, and you just shit on everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the bullet drop is not severe on that gun either.
No,
so
it's not.
You know, so that's going on. I think those are the main changes we know about. I keep hearing. Well, no. Hold on. Besides the hop ups, that's the main. I believe. Am I? I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Am I?
I haven't heard anything else.
Yeah. So okay. So that's that. They are adding some very awesome hop ups. On the note of hop ups, why is the Skull Piercer going away? So we are getting shatter caps and Deadeye's tempo. I'm going to talk about shatter caps because I'm more excited for this, and you can talk about Deadeye's because I know it's better for you. So shatter caps is an attachment for the bow check bow that they're adding, and for the 30-30 repeater. Now, I fucking hate the 30-30 repeater, but it might be my new main weapon with this hop up. So shatter caps basically, instead of one strong bullet, it splits it into mini bullets. So think of like the triple take, but on crack. So instead of 3 bullets, it's like it basically becomes a shotgun. So guns that are only designed to be used at medium to long range can now be used at close range very effectively. So obviously I'm going to try this on the bow because we're both excited about the bow.
Super.
I think a shotgun bow is fucking. That's just my brain is just having fucking fireworks at that phrase coming out of my mouth, you know.
Right.
And then so the 30-30 especially as well. I know the devs love that gun. I know there's a reason every fucking match some asshole on my team gets stuck with the gold 30-30. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and we all are like, oh great, here we fucking go. You know what I mean?
And you kind of feel compelled to pick it up,
dude. Exactly. So I'm assuming both guns are going to turn into a mini Peacekeeper. That's what I'm assuming is going on here.
Right.
So I'm very excited for shatter caps. I also think you and I talked about how it'd be awesome to have another shotgun. Technically, we're getting 2.
Yeah, true.
Very
true.
Also, I'm one of those idiots that occasionally will run double heavy. Now it makes sense. You can run a Spitfire and a 30-30 and put shadow caps on the 30 for the clutch room fights. You know what I mean?
True.
So I'm very excited for that. I also think the game knows a lot of people are defaulting back to hip firing things.
Right.
And so I think this will make the insanely close hip fire fights a lot more interesting because you're going to have shadow caps now in the mix as well. Even if the spread is wide, if you run into a room and are just shadow capping a room, who knows? Even with a wide spread, you might be able to get 2-3 downs with it.
Right. No, I agree.
We'll have to find out. What's the next one, Calvin?
The next one is called Deadeye's Tempo, and the name is exactly what you could think about it, right? So tempo, time, and it's for the Sentinel and the bow. So they're bringing in 2 new hop-ups, and with the bow included, so to get you to use the bow clearly. And so what it is if you fire and you're in the zone, you can fire again faster. And so think of shooting the Sentinel at like as fast as the longbow. Probably not as fast as the longbow, but there's a little indicator on your sight, and if the indicator turns blue, that's when you after. So you pull the trigger, boom, and then you watch the indicator. Once the indicator turns blue, that means you're in the zone, and you can fire again. And it makes the shooting tempo of the Sentinel and the bow faster. So think of it as like, we always reference Overwatch because we do, but think of it as Hanzo's quick fire arrow, right?
Yes.
So you shoot regularly, right? But once you hit that thing, you go tap, 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 tap. It's kind of like that, but you're pressing the button, pulling the trigger or clicking the mouse at a tempo like tap, 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 just so you shoot faster with both the guns.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty cool because oftentimes I will, one of the reasons why people don't use the Sentinel, right? One of the reasons why people don't use Sentinel, one of the reasons why people don't prefer to use, say, the triple take or the longbow is how fast you can fire. People, and shooting fast allows you to, watch someone as they move. So you can go in for that finish them off with a shot. You land a sick ass 138 damage headshot, but then you can't follow up because they ran away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so with the Sentinel, you pop this headshot, you pop this 70 damage, you break them, whatever. You're trying to get them again, but the reload takes forever. So now if you master this Deadeye tempo, you have more chances of landing those shots and getting those kills.
I think we're gonna see from both hop ups a lot of toxic bullshit.
What do you mean?
Just like there's already a lot of people who have insanely good aim,
right? And
you're now getting, a snipe. The hardest hitting sniper other than the Kraber is now being able to fire faster than. I mean, the triple take is the fastest firing one, right? I don't know. Maybe the longbow.
I have no idea.
It's pretty close. It's probably the longbow though.
Right.
If you just actively ding, 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 ding on the trigger.
Yeah.
So, now the Sentinel's going to be able to fire the speed of the longbow while doing more damage.
Right.
Obviously, it takes a little skill. I think it's going to be tight. And then, we obviously don't know what the scatter cap rounds are going to look like. But if it's at all if it's an EVA 8 with heavy rounds.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah. If it's the bow, because the bow is supposed to do 70 base damage like the Sentinel. And so if you're bowing people with a shotgun and it's like a bajillion damage coming out of it, you're just going to be wrecking dudes.
Yeah, I would assume it'll be roughly the same damage, just split between all the bullets.
I think so too.
But it also means you can be a mediocre aimer like me and not be able to hit all your shots, and
think of it's exactly like the Mastiff. It's the Mastiff.
But we already saw in the video the spread is like a traditional shotgun like the Eva. We already saw that. It's not a linear spread, it's a circle spread.
Okay. Well, but still, you know what I mean? Even if there is a spread with reduced damage, you can still wreck people.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
I know you are agreeing. I'm just saying, and just in general.
Oh, you know?
You know?
Sorry,
You know?
I had
mean,
to.
I'm just trying to be like you.
If you ever tune into one of my streams, you'll understand that joke. If you don't understand, tough shit. Sorry.
Last thing we want to talk about is today, the Apex Legends devs released some information about this last season 8's ranked. And they gave out the numbers and percentages, or just percentages of individuals and what ranks they fall into, and how they compare to season 7 ranks.
Calvin's hot dropping this on me, everyone. Just so you know, I did not know he was going to bring this up, so I'm very excited to hear this fucking data. You cute bitch, lay it on me.
So they're trying to measure the reason why they're comparing this season. I mean, they compared to every season, but the reason they're comparing this season to last season is so just watch this increase in the player base, and to watch the increase in people's newly found passion for rank mode. And so the split goes like this. For bronze, of all the players, and they base it off have played at least 5 hours of ranked.
Okay.
And so not just someone who touched it and then never came back. So for bronze, 17.87% of the players are in bronze.
Okay.
17.86 players are in silver, so roughly about the same amount of people. 31.84% of people are in gold.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
That's not bad. 26.16 are in platinum. 5.86 people are in diamond, and 0.4 people make up the master and predator ranks. And
wow, that's very. I know master is the new rank, right? That's only been around a few seasons,
right?
That still surprises me, though.
Well, so it's like we talked about earlier before. Gold and platinum weed the people out, man. They really weed them out, and then once you get into diamond, you really have to commit to.
Because diamond was, would you say 10%?
Diamond was 5.86%. So me, right? 5.86% of the player base is in diamond ranked, 1 through 4. And so the numbers are interesting. I mean, I'm a statistician. So you see that about 1/3 of the players in ranked stop in gold, right?
Interesting.
And so, I got to take a drink of water.
Yeah, you're sounding a little
My throat was dry. So anyway, 1/3 of the player base is in gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as we see, because we have friends who are new to Apex, or if they're not new, they just play casually and stuff like that. They're not all sweat lords like me. And so gold weeds people out. It's a real thing, and people get stuck in gold. And they can't get out. And the same thing for platinum, because those are the two highest percentage. Gold is 32%, and platinum is 26% of the player base. So it really takes an effort to get past those two ranks.
Mm-hmm.
If you're someone like me who can solo to diamond, I'm like cool, But then once you get into diamond, you have to play with people that and have to play with people who understand how to play diamond ranked and above, because it's a completely different playing field.
No, it is. Even just going from I know most of the players are gold and plat, but like I'm plat. I'm a plat player, which makes me feel good hearing those statistics. Mm-hmm. But like just the transition from just gold 1 to plat 4 is insane.
Yeah.
Like I re-hit plat for the second end of the split and literally haven't touched rank because it is not tight unless I have a squad.
Right. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard.
It is.
It really is. And so they these numbers are interesting because from last season to this season, we're seeing more people populate the higher ranks and coming out. So for example, last season, silver made up 24% of the population, and now it's only 17%. Gold made up 32. Gold's kind of stayed the same amount of people, but platinum and diamond both went up about 1 to 2%.
That's good
from the last season, because people are actually playing more of ranked.
Mm-hmm.
And Master Predator went up as well. That went up a little bit of numbers as too.
Well, I don't know. I don't think that's a fair speculation.
It's not a speculation. It's the numbers.
Well, I don't think it's what you're saying though. With
It's
it
fair.
going up,
Why?
because they added Switch to that, so you get a fresh player base. And if you, from what I understand, from what I've seen, is that the amount of points it takes to get like on Switch to pred is like super easy because there's less people on Switch. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't
know if that's a true point though.
No, yeah, but I don't think that they incorporated the Switch players into these numbers.
Okay, well then I'll shut the fuck up.
Because then, like, number one, who the fuck goes on Switch to play ranked? Number one. Number two, who has been on Switch long enough to grind out of bronze? You know what I mean? Like, so a friend of mine, he downloaded Apex for the Switch, and he said trying to play regular without crossplay is like impossible. And so, like, the Switch player base is probably very low.
Damn, that sucks.
And negligible. But so still doesn't take away from the fact that Diamond, Platinum, Diamond, and Master all showed an increase in their population at the end of season 8. Number 2, when it comes to ranked, they are bringing back Diamond trails. So Diamond dive trails. So before Predator and Masters got the dive trails, but they're bringing back diamonds for season 9. So if you make it a diamond for season 9, you're gonna get the
cosmetic.
Yeah.
Well, that I will push for diamond now. I do wish those were slightly more accessible or customizable. I mean, I know we have the flying emotes, but
yeah,
I love the trail thing is awesome, and every other BR does it except them basically now. Well, Warzone, I don't think Warzone does anything like that, but
and then one of the last things that they did is they so this is what they wrote. They wrote season 8 saw a pretty big update to the ranked points tuning, allowing players to earn more ranked points RP KP per match and rewarding it slightly earlier via placement at 13 instead of 10. So these changes are received positively by the community, and watching it play over the course ranges has proven to be successful adjustments. So they're not going to revert the point system to the previous thing, which is good, which is probably why we saw a lot of increase in the high rank percentages. You know, because those RP gains or those game penalties are huge, right?
Yeah.
What is it? 12, 24, 36, 48, 48 in diamond. That's hard to get over. And so them not taking away the ability to get points in the way we do them now, I think that was a good thing. So yeah.
Well, and the game's seen an increase in players too. So it all makes sense.
Right.
On a funny comment earlier, you brought up the Overwatch thing. I discovered a whole thread on Facebook about people talking about how they're mad that Respawn wants to turn the game into Overwatch. Like with all the DPS favoring changes and stuff.
Right.
It just made me chuckle. I had to bring it up on the show because you and I always make that joke. You know
well,
what I mean?
But it's true though, man. It's true. Here's the thing, man. Like, if something works, everybody's gonna do it.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Right. The first motherfucker who bottled water and sold it. You know what I mean? Like everyone's like water's everywhere. You know what I mean? At least back then. But now it's like you can get water from the hills of Colorado, or some shit.
Yeah.
And so it's like everybody sells bottled water now. And it's because it works. You're not gonna change the wheel. The wheel's been invented already.
Yeah.
Just resell it in a different fashion.
Yep. All right. Well, last thing I think to dip into today is Overgrowth is what they're calling the changes to Olympus. If you guys didn't watch the video, you can actually go to EA.com, click on the Apex Legends link, and there's in the blog they actually have screen caps of Olympus with like a slider. So like you slide the picture one way and it shows what it is now, and you slide the little tab the other way, and it'll show you what it's turned into. So basically, there's a fleet of ships that have shown up over Olympus. We don't know why. I'm assuming this has to do with fucking Mad Maggie, but who knows? One of the ships has crashed, taken out some of those huts by solar array. So the bridge, the front of the ship, the nose of the ship goes right up to the back of Solar right now.
Right.
And then from the ship, a nature infection has happened, and there's basically like vines and like jungle type bullshit all over the map. New things to swing off of, new shit. They took out 3 jump balloons and they lowered the height of 2 jump balloons because they're actually saying it's too easy to third party on Olympus. They literally said that on the EA.com blog, not even the Respawn blog, the EA.
Wow.
Blog. So 2 of the jump tower, maybe it's 2 have been removed and 3 were shortened. I might have gotten those numbers backwards. But yeah, the cosmetic changes look great. Go look it up on the website. I don't want to bore you with it. Solar Array is going to be the new hotspot. The ship has dead engineers scattered throughout it, and one of the bodies will always have a key card sticking out of it. If you find the key card, you can open the bridge. The bridge is now basically like the World's Edge vault where all the gold stuff is going to be. So I don't know if that means they're taking the golds away from Waterfall / Matt Damon.
Okay.
Because I know they're working on the loot pool. There's only a set amount of gold items every game.
Hold on. Matt Damon is the area. Matt Damon is the floating island on Olympus with like the gold loot in the middle.
Yes, it's called Elysium. I'm sorry. Our group of friends has a really awkward set of names for everything. Yeah. Well, on all the maps. Yes. Right. Elysium is what the area on the map is called. We call it Matt Damon. Sorry, everyone. Calvin, thank you for that correction.
I had to make sure, dude.
No, it's stupid. Anyways, yeah. So Elysium and Waterfall almost always have the gold items with the others scattered elsewhere. So I wonder how the shift is going to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll see. I'm excited, man.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Ultimately, ultimately, I am just excited for this new season. I'm glad that so many people are finally coming to Apex Legends. I wish people would stop playing broken ass Call of Duty and come play Apex Legends. Give it the money and support that it needs.
Yes.
Just so that they can justify giving us a bajillion servers and I can keep spending money on the game. And
exactly. More quality of life stuff. Yes.
Speaking of, there's some new skins. There's a new Octane, a new Bloodhound skin up in the store right now.
Yeah, the Octane one is fucking.
The Octane one is dope. The purple Bloodhound skin is fire. I'm sorry.
I'm actually a bigger fan of the Twitch one that he just got, where it's purple and orange.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
That one's so sick, dude.
Yeah, I already bought them, so I'm just saying.
I'm waiting. I'm not spending any more money until we see the Watson heirloom.
Oof, I'm stoked. I'm stoked for the Watson heirloom, dude.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna probably get it, but that's not the point. Anyways,
good talk.
Another episode of Pex Pals. See you guys next week.
Yes,
we will be talking probably a season 8 recap and the final what we do know for season 9.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll have a guest. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Depends on how Calvin and I feel. I did have a couple homies reach out about possibly being on the show. And they're people that I like. So we'll see. We'll talk, maybe Calvin and I have a surprise for you next time. Maybe you can just fuck off. We don't know. Like,
who knows? Yeah.
Who knows? Anyways, this has been another episode of Pex Pal with your kind of mediocre boy, JoelCupcake.
Mediocre boy, JoelCupcake. And then and then your regular boy, CowVan.
I knew you were gonna fucking go there. I knew you just had to take the step.
Listen, dude, you set it up. You set it up, dude.
I knew it was. I know I set it up, but you just.
That's slam dunk, bro. Michael Jordan, dude. Just got
Calvin's the guy that's like, oh, here, you need me to buy you dinner. You forgot your wallet. I'll pay for your dinner. And then he eats dessert and doesn't order you any. Like he always like kicks you when you're down. You know what I mean? But then helps you back up. That's Calvin, just so everyone knows.
Pex Pals. Check us out, PexPals.com. Go listen to us on Apple and Spotify and all that stuff. Go subscribe to us, give us 5-star reviews.
Yes.
Do all that stuff. Be nice to us. I love you guys. My name is CowVan. This is JoelCupcake.
And I'm JoelCupcake. And don't forget www.pexpals.com. We have a website. Yeah. Check it, use it.
PexPals.com.
Smoke it, drink it.
Twitch.tv/CowVan. Okay, we're outies. Bye.
Bye. Oh, wait, we didn't do it. It before we go. New season of Ranked is coming. So our quote in the show is, when in doubt,
rat it out.
That's right, baby. That's right.
We're out of here.
All right, now we're really out of here. We almost forgot that most important part of the show. Calvin, what are we doing, dude?
Okay, bye.
Bye.